All right, and we are live. What we're looking to do here is target farm some money so that we may finally get our upgrade mace. Once we do that, we can switch over to our shield, and then we'll really be in business. I don't even know if going tankier is the option. I just know that if we do go tankier, I already don't die all too often, and once I put on that shield, it'll feel even better. So that's kind of the plan right now. We do a little switching here. Okay. All right, let's go. It's tough to have anything to say about these minions here because it's so easy. This is by far the easiest farm I've done with these minions. There's really nothing you need to do. Wait, what was that? What does he want to buy? 30 honor res. Yeah, but the only problem is I can't sell anything while I'm in the trials. I might as well just have a D&D, honestly, because if I can't even respond to anybody, I can't go sell. Then there's no real point to having that ability to sell. They really should fix that. It's pretty annoying that in Sanctum, you're able to get out and sell your item and come back in. But in the trial, you're not. And I get that some of the trials prevent you from having energy regen and having the ability to fill up your vials and stuff like that. But can't you just, like, snapshot your character's stats and everything? Like the energy shield you have on and the amount of charges you have. And once you come back in, it just resets to whatever you left it as? I imagine that would be possible. I don't know how difficult it would be, but that would be one way. And then you would allow players to be able to trade and hop out. Because that's like one of the biggest detriments to playing Trial of Chaos. That if you're a person that enjoys trading a lot, you will be... That possibility is removed from you once you're in the trial. Unless you're willing to forego all of the key as well as all the rewards that you've accrued. Which I think is just terrible decision making. So... But I think Trial of Chaos is really, really good farm for the minion builds right now. Most of the maps are wide open. And you don't really have issues with your minions getting stuck. They pretty much auto-farm everything for you. You don't really need to do anything. It's just a really good time here. And then they just one-shot all the bosses really easy, so... You don't really need to think. Hey, Hop Snare, how you doing? You're liking the bone cage build so far? Nice, man. Love to hear it. Yeah, I was playing with a guy yesterday who was running bone cage, my build, and had the boots on, and he was crushing everything. He was one-tapping everything on the screen and just doing the blink tech. It was doing great. The only thing is the single target damage. Just need to figure that out. Now that everything is lowered, it might be okay, because no one's playing Bone Cage, right? Or very few people should be playing Bone Cage. So acquiring a Prism of Belief for +3 to Bone Cage should be significantly more available to you. So I don't think it should be as difficult to acquire as other options. And I believe in point 1, my damage was somewhere in like the point, or 400, almost 500 million. So you should be able to get, 300 million. Yeah, see? +3, that's insane. 3 divine is amazing. It just makes everything so cheap, you know? What level is your character right now? This gameplay on minions is so riveting. So engaging. It's an easy farm though. If you're someone that enjoys listening to music, relaxing, having a drink, or watching a movie or something like that while you're gaming, this is it. You don't really have to think, dodge, worry about anything. The only time you have to dodge anything is if you happen to get a lot of the modifiers that add additional, a little, what do you call them? Devices that do like attack you. That's the only time that you would need to really move or do anything. Otherwise, you just kind of stand still and let your minions kill everything. It's pretty good. You're sitting at over 600. What's CHD? What's CHD? Damage? And your character is 90? Nice. Yeah, you should be at a level where you're pretty much crushing everything. How's your single target damage? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'd be curious to know what your single target damage is on bosses. And are you stacking mana with Archmage? I think you should be. $78k? Yeah, but are you stacking... Let me know if you're stacking mana and using Archmage. I think you should. There's another tech for this season that I'll tell you about in a moment. I just need to know like what you're currently doing. And I'll tell you a few other things we can do for this season to maximize damage. Oops, I totally forgot I'm doing the... Oops, I'm catching every single lightning here. Another one caught. There we go. You can't find Archmage? What do you mean? Archmage is a spell. You just get a spirit gem and you cut it. Right? That's what you should be using, is Archmage. Archmage with like 2,000 to 3,000, somewhere in there, 2,000 to 3,000 mana, will give you double damage. It's really good. You were using cast on crit? Well, here, I'm about to tell you the trick, man. So here's what you're gonna do. This is what I'm gonna showcase for my version of the Bone Cage build. Don't tell too many people about it. But for my viewers, they're more than welcome to know this tech. So what you're gonna want to do is a few things. One is go get yourself a terracotta minion. You can get him in Act 2 in Keth. And there is a scepter that no one's using. It's like in alchemy. It's a throwaway scepter. And what it does, I forgot the name of it, but for every minion that you have, it gives you, the player, 5% more chaos damage. And right now, with that scepter, it'll give you an additional like 100 and something spirit. So that's 20 more minions you can have. I'm sorry, that 100 gives you 10 minions. A 10 minion gives you 5% damage per minion. That's 50% chaos damage, assuming you don't use it for anything else. So what you could do is you can do Archmage. That's 100 spirit reservation with at least 2. I think it's like 2 point something K mana. You get a double damage. You get 100% damage. Okay, and then with that scepter I'm telling you about, now you get an additional 50% chaos damage. And then there are 2 rings that give you additional damage, chaos damage. I think it's like 30%, up to 30% chaos damage. If you put on those 2 rings, you'll have 120% chaos damage from the 2 rings. So you have double damage from Archmage, another 120% from the 2 chaos rings, and then you're going to run Minion Pact. With Minion Pact, it's another 40% increased, more damage multiplier, which I don't think you can get higher. And with those adjustments, you should be doing significantly more damage than you're doing now. You should be doing like almost 300% more damage. Without a shield, I'm guessing you mean focus, because I don't think there's a lot of options, if at all, to get crit on a shield. You mean a focus? And are you playing Blood Mage with it, or are you playing something else? Yeah, focus. Okay. I don't know which one is more important. Because I've been testing minions with the Terracotta Soldiers. Blood Mage, yeah. Blood Mage is a good option. I think it's the best option for it. I've been testing some minion builds with it, and I'm going to release a guide maybe next week. I thought I was going to do it sooner, but there's way too many upgrades I need to make it better. And we're able to do like T15s and this, what's it called? The Temple of Chaos. It's just a breeze with it, and it's super cheap. I think people are going to enjoy that build. I'm just on the Terracotta Soldier hype right now. There's so many cool things you can do with them. Oh, you hate to see it, man. Yeah. I'd be interested to know your setup. You died of being frozen? Yeah, the crit chance is really high, man. So it's going to be a massive source of your damage, that's right. I mean, what you could do is just use the rings. And I don't know why you would use cast on crit. What is it doing for you? I would honestly use Archmage. Archmage probably provides you more damage, and just mana stack. I know it's not as strong as last season, but over double damage is better than no damage increase, you know? Like, for sure. Where are my trial keys here? Let me grab a few of them here. Oh, I must have put them somewhere. They're all gone. I know I have a few of them. One over here in the corner for some reason. Where did I put them? There's all the Jinbarias. Oh, I guess I've been using them all. Interesting. If you're getting frozen a lot, now in the newest patch, your belt can have up to 3 slots. And so what you could do is just put a frozen charm there along with your stun charm and your slow charm. Another thing you can do on the tree is over here, you can get 50% of your max energy shield as freeze threshold. Another thing you can do is pick up the nodes that have ailment threshold on them now. After the patch with the sun threshold, it now gives you a good amount of ailment threshold. And dampening shield is really easy to get, as well as these nodes here. If you're picking up any ES in this region, Hollowed is good. If you're picking up any ES in this region, Eldritch Will is good. And so any combination of these nodes right here, it will give you enough so that you're not getting frozen nearly what you're currently experiencing. I would recommend you do some combination of those things. The frozen orb thing was what you were using? Frostwall or something? Frozen orb? You mean Eye of Winter? I want to make an Eye of Winter build as well. Now after seeing the buffs, I have some ideas. But it's just so far back in the queue of things to do. I want to get this to like a final stage. And then I'm going to present a build guide for these lightning mages. And then I'm going to switch to the Terracotta Soldier build I'm telling you about. Oh. Yeah, the Frost Wall tag. I don't think that works anymore, right? You drop a Frost Wall and you use the boots. And the boots trigger the on-kill effect on your Frost Walls, the crystals. And then all the overkill damage multiplies your damage, essentially. I think there's like 12 crystals or something like that, so you 12x your damage. But I don't think that's still a thing, right? You can correct me. The Trample Toes. And because you're not able to get that on-kill damage with Trample Toes, I don't think it's a viable option anymore for bossing. Obviously, for mapping, it's still incredible, and you're just one-shotting everything on the screen, which feels amazing. But for bossing, I think you need to find another solution there. You might want to play around with Bone Spear, because you're already stacking a bunch of fizz damage and crit, which is what Bone Spear wants. So that's an option for you. You were using it and you can't tell the difference? Wait a minute, so you're saying the Trample Toes is still proccing on-kill effects on the crystals? Are you sure? Because if that's the case, you should be able to one-tap like pinnacle bosses. Bone Spear should be good this season as well. I have to update all the guides. I gotta go back on my other characters later on. I'll probably end up doing it, man, I don't know if I should do it like earlier or later in the season. Because I'm having way too much fun playing all these different builds. There's a lot of people that enjoy minion builds, and I haven't gotten the chance to create build guides for the minions yet. And so I want to provide the community some options. I think I'm gonna finish this Storm Mage build. And then after I do these, I'm going to do the Terracotta Fire Build Soldiers. And then after I do that one, I think I'm going to switch maybe back to Cold and produce some Cold videos. I'm going to do a Frostbolt video. And then I'll do Eye of Winter. I already got my +3 Prism of Belief for Eye of Winter, so I'm ready to go on that one. I think those 4 build guides should be good. And then I'll look to see what else is interesting. But I'm trying to avoid playing Lightning Spear. I bought some gear for Lightning Spear. I've been eyeing it. A buddy of mine wants me to do it just because it's really fast in clearing. But, it's already pretty well explored, and it's, if you look at the stats on how many people are playing it, it's like everyone. So it doesn't really appeal to me. I definitely don't one-tap pinnacle bosses, so maybe not. Yeah, then it's not working then, because if you're doing, you said 75k damage you're hitting with Bone Cage. If you're hitting for 75k, there's at least 10 crystals. So you should be doing a ton of damage, man. You know, 750 per Bone Cage is massive. So you'll be doing like millions of damage per second, or you know, somewhere around there. So if that's not the case, then the interaction is not working. It said in the patch notes that the interaction was removed. That's why I was saying I don't think it works anymore for bosses. Was there a set of support gems for Archmage? The gem, the main one is just a +1 to lightning skills that I know of. There's a lot of more support gems that you could add that were released. I just don't know how effective they are. So you would need to explore that a little bit before I get to it. Well, there you go. Yeah, so you want to put in the Lightning Mastery. That'll give you a +1. It'll reduce the cost of it and increase the damage of it. Not by much, but, you know, it's an upgrade. And, of course, it's really easy to get level 21 because you don't need to put a whole bunch of gem sockets in it. So I think you can get it to 3, like by using one of the lessers. And then buying yourself or acquiring a level 20 skill gem or a spirit gem, then turning it to 20 and then volleying it to hit 21, which is a lot cheaper than having to, you know, make sure you have a perfect jeweler's in before. And then you should be fine because you only needed 3 slots, I believe. I don't think you needed 4. I could be wrong, but I think you only care about 3 because your passive on a blood mage gives you the ability to socket support gems on Sangomancy, right? So I don't think you need Archmage to provide you slots for support gems. I don't want to go and touch this. I'd be interested to see how much damage you do on bosses, man. If you can If you have any clips of your boss damage on pinnacle bosses or even on like T5 bosses. Oh, I meant to say T15. Like T15 map bosses. I would be interested in see how much damage you do. Or if you figured out anything new for this patch, I'd be interested to know. That way I don't have to do so much testing. It'll make creating the videos a lot faster. Damn, this guy's already flying away, really? I think there's an item there for me. What you think about the damage on this, man? It's pretty good, right? Just murdered the boss in just a few seconds. This build is incredibly tanky, or at least I've made it that way. And it's only going to get better. Yeah, I think the only things that were available in the last patch were things like there was a gem that made it so that you get I'm not sure if you're playing with blood magic, but if you're playing with blood magic, you can get the support gem that makes it so that whenever you kill a target or an enemy, you get 4% of your health back, your max health return. That's an option. If you're not playing with blood magic and you still have mana, playing with clarity is an option. Obviously, using lightning mastery is an option. And then just check all the new support gems. There were 100 new support gems. See if there's anything that helps. Yeah. Oh, something you want to consider. Another reason why I'm recommending that you use Archmage is I don't know what your wand looks like, but if you don't have excuse me. If you don't have a lot of lightning damage, you're not going to be able to proc shock. And shock is a large portion of your damage multiplier. So obtaining that is important. I think I just run around in circles because I have the modifier that makes it so I take lightning damage whenever there's a storm above my head. So I think I just constantly run around in circles and not really pay attention. And that'll be sufficient. Oh. There we go. There's a hole right here I can just sit in. So your wand has extra as fire? Yeah, I'd probably want to remove that. Not remove it, but I would look for a lightning. You want as extra in the form of lightning as a priority. And then if you got a second one, then you can consider getting cold. Because freezing targets is not a bad thing. Or providing freeze magnitude. But the priority is lightning, 100%. So you're gonna want lightning damage as extra, and then as much spell damage and fizz as you can. Prioritizing spell damage because spell damage is gonna increase your lightning damage. And 70 spell damage, 100 crit chance, and +4. Yeah. Yeah, the +5 is the difficult one. I would recommend trying to craft something yourself, although you can't really target farm for crit, which is unfortunate. Oh, nice, man. Yeah. I mean, we're still pretty early on in the league, so you're not going to have a lot of options for, really good wands yet. And no one's playing physical, so you're going to have... it's going to be a field day for you to acquire a really good fizz wand. I would take advantage of it. You know what? Now that I think about it, this build is really good for streaming too, because I can focus more on talking and less on the game. Because all the mobs are in a close proximity to where you're standing, so you don't really have to worry about any weird mechanics. I could just run around in circles and my minions kill everything. I just left the Plagueling back there. I let it live. Nice, man. Yeah, let me know. I'd love to see it. I'm getting so close, man. 2 more levels and I'll be able to pick up this extra ES node. And I'll be at 7,000 shield. And then once I swap over with my Rattling Scepter, I'll pick up the shield. And I'll have block chance on top of that with +2 to 3 all res. So yeah, we're going to be super tanky, man. Dying is not really going to happen after we make these adjustments. Wait, why isn't this guy dying? What the heck? Minions? Those minions were slacking it. Shocked that I'm running is at 1060, struggles with the game. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You're shocked that a 1060 graphics card struggles with the game. 1060 is like, isn't it like 8 years old, man? Coming on, if not 10? Or... yeah, it's been a few years, man. I think it might be time to upgrade. But it might not be entirely your GPU. Oh, okay. Sarcastically. Yeah. I was like, yeah. It's time. Because a buddy of mine is playing on a 3060 and it struggles, but he said he only had like 16 gigs of RAM. And I'm like, I think 32 is like minimum now. Preferred is like 64, and then I think his CPU wasn't the greatest either. I think they definitely have more optimizations to make on the game, right? Yo, this Temple of Chaos farm is actually very lucrative right now. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm averaging like a div, like 1.2 divs per hour right now. Which is not bad. I know that doing services can net you more money, but in terms of playing the game as intended, this is a pretty good option here. Oh, you struggle with the Bone Cage? Just because of the explosion damage, it's probably it, right? Because the explosion damage is crazy. When it pops your entire screen. But it doesn't produce a lot of particles, if I remember. It just makes like a white explosion, right? I can't tell if there's a hole here or not. I don't think there is, actually. Yeah, there's no hole. I'm just gonna back out of it. Oh, I still ate the damage. That's funny. When you buff your damage, yeah. Are you buffing with Sigil of Power, by the way? Because that's an option if you're not doing it. Buff with Sigil of Power and then fight the boss. Oh, you're not even doing that. Well, there's 40% more damage right there you could be doing, man. Yeah, pick that up for sure. You weren't doing the minion sack? Yeah, that's a large portion of your damage, man. For bossing, during this patch at least, it feels more required than it is an option. Last patch, you were already doing tons of damage, but this one, you're not. I think it's easier to use Sigil of Power, by the way. Especially on bosses that you have to set up for. Like Zesht. Because on your tree, it's so easy to grab these nodes that do like increased skill effect duration on your weapon set too. And when you drop it, you'll get like 20 seconds on your Sigil of Power with a massive radius. And it's just so easy to maintain. Whereas the other one, when you make an offering and you switch, it only gives you like 3 seconds to get your damage off and then it goes away. Because it's not intended to stay when you switch. I don't even know if they fixed it. If you switch, it doesn't even remain anymore, maybe. So I would be careful. I think it's just much easier to use Sigil of Power. Yeah, I mean, for bossing, man, it's still a one-button playstyle. It's just you press a couple additional buttons one time during a boss fight. You should be able to kill a boss within 20 seconds. Unless we're talking about like a much higher pinnacle, then okay, it might take a little bit longer. I hate this boss, how he flies around the map everywhere, man. It's super annoying. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. Yesterday I got killed by this guy because he jumped up in the air, did his cold breath in front of him. I dodged roll behind him while he's shooting over here and killed me behind him. And I'm like, wow. So now I know that guy has like an... Even though you can't see him firing the cold breath everywhere, and it expands around him, it looks like he's pointing forward, but it's not forward, it's all around him. That was really annoying yesterday, dying to that. Are you interested in minion builds by chance? Because this is performing pretty well right now. This is performing pretty well, and the other build I have queued up performs pretty well on T15, 16 maps. I just need to figure out how to make it work for bosses, and then we're in business. Oh. Oh. Actually, the whole thing is a no. We're saving up all of our money until afterwards. So we started the stream at like 12:20, 12:30. And so we're going to put everything in here. Where is it? Here. So these are all the soul cores we've acquired and the fates, and then we're going to sell them at the end of the stream and see how much money we've made. Yesterday I was averaging 1.2 div an hour, and we'll see what we do today. I think the barrier of entry to this build is really low. So it's really good to grab this build and just start acquiring currency so that you can then later transition into whatever build you prefer. I know that farming the Temple of Chaos with a minion build might seem off-putting and boring, but it's effective. And I've already dumped like 20 div into this build and another like 10 div on my Frost build. So I need to rebuild currency. Is redoing the campaign? Well, you don't level with minions during the campaign. I did the entire campaign on this character as a cold build, like full cold build, and it went pretty smooth. And I wasn't even smart enough to use Comet self-cast, because last season I didn't do it, and I was pretty much doing what I did last season. But if I was smart, I would have self-casted Comet and stacked cast speed, because it's no longer 2-second cast, it's 1-second cast. So with enough cast speed, you get it down to, you know, let's say half a second, and then it's not that bad. You freeze a guy, and then you drop a big old Comet on his dome, and, you know, you profit. And you can even run double Comet now. You have a cast on freeze Comet, and then you have your self-cast Comet. So I think it's definitely viable now. I need to revisit it. So I guess there's 3 freeze builds that I'm going to make, or frost builds, I should say. Self-cast Comet, Frost Bolt, and Eye of Winter. But it's just a lot of currency to make all these builds simultaneously, man. And a lot of time. Because if you guys have watched any of my live streams and videos, I test everything like rigorously. If I don't drop like 50 hours on a build testing everything, then I don't even bother posting it online. Last thing I want to be is like some other people that have made these builds that they claim to be good, you know, or they do the clickbait titles and then you play it and it's absolute dog water. It's just atrocious. They'll be like, oh, it's the best X, Y, and Z build, and you play it, and you can't do any of the content you're familiar with. So this I've already tested a ton. This is tried and true in this new patch. I mean, trench timber costs like what, 10 exalt, and I'm gonna switch away from this trench timber. I bought the shield already. You can buy a +3 to minion skilled 40 spirit or 60 spirit with some minion damage for like 1 div. Or you can even get a +4 now for 1 div. So this is like 1020x, 1 div. The helmet you can get for a few X. Obviously lower values on the energy shield. Same thing on this. You can get 45 spirit easy. You just need lower values on ES to afford it. And I mean, you can make this whole build in under 3x or 3 divine, under 2 divine. It's a mega starter build, man. And it just deletes everything. Oh, it doesn't matter what you use, you just hate the campaign? Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't help you there. It's just a staff, man. So what you're looking to do on the trade site is find a staff that's called a chiming staff. Every chiming staff has the implicit skill called Sigil of Power. I don't even have a good one. My Sigil of Power is level 8. I need to get a better one. I just haven't thought about it. Actually, that's what I'm going to look out for now, is getting a better Sigil of Power staff. And actually optimizing around it. I haven't optimized my tree for buffing. So we can get considerably more damage. And, or more area of effect. We can get more duration. And we might even optimize the conductivity. Do 1 for bossing. Oh, no, I'm out of gem slots. We can't do 2 of them. So maybe we just do conductivity on bosses, and we optimize around it. Probably what I'm gonna do. You're gonna go smoke and then set up the duration. Perfect, man. I'll see you in a bit, brother. Thanks for hanging out. This content is so easy, man. I wonder how everyone else is doing on this content. I imagine the lightning spear build with enough currency is obviously really good. Seeing as it's the best build currently in the game. But I wonder what the other builds are doing. I imagine Blood Mage spell builds are really good still. I don't foresee them having any issues this league for damage. Money, money, money. Making money. Hunting that. Defenses, flask charms cannot be slowed. You know, and the options that you pick for these fights, these encounters they're pretty easy in choices. One of them doesn't even do damage to you, or 2 of them don't do damage to you. There are some that say like monsters poison and bleed always, and you're impervious to those sources of damage, so it doesn't matter. And there's some that say they do chaos damage. The Blood Heart one does chaos damage, and you're immune to it. And what else is there? Yeah, so you're immune to poison, bleed, chaos, and the Blood Heart. So 3 of them, or 4 of them, you're immune to, which makes running this really easy. This one right here, the Heart Tethers. I probably should have chose blood tethers, honestly, instead of the energy shield. Energy shield will slightly slow down the run. Not by much, but it's the only thing noticeable. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. You know, during these trials, I almost want to get like a laptop with another game and then run 2 trials simultaneously. Because I'm pretty sure I could do it. Depending on which one rolls the easier modifiers, like doing this, walk into a spot and just standing still. And I could play the other one. Because this is just a hands-off experience, right? We don't actually have to do anything. Move, dodge, click. So that might be a consideration. Build another character on another account. And then just run 2 trials at the same time. If we can average 1.2 div an hour, we're doing 2.4. 2.4 div an hour is pretty good. It's pretty lucrative. We just gotta keep an eye out for our scepter and see if we can buy it. If we can buy it around 9 div, I'm at 5 right now. So it shouldn't be much longer until we can buy it. Everyone is on the lookout for these though, unfortunately. I gotta try and sell my other scepter as fast as possible because the prices of scepters are just plummeting. I have a +4 with 40 spirit and 30 something crit, and it hasn't sold for 2 div, which is incredible. So I guess we just let it go for 1, which feels bad because we're at a loss on that one as well. Which one do I do here? I guess this one. Pretty easy to dodge. If you just go in the middle of it, you don't get hit. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. Stone altars, these are really easy. See, this is why I don't understand. People say that the minion builds are really slow to clear and stuff, but in my experience, I've just been running through content. Like, I'm not even doing anything. I just run through the content. I do the same thing when I'm mapping. I just run through things. That was weird. The red thing disappeared but still hit me. Okay. That was awkward. Oh, we need to bring this down, don't we? There we go. Ow. We still need to buy our 35 movement speed boots. Once we do that, we'll be moving even faster. There's only so many more upgrades. I need the rabbit's foot on the scepter. I need the rattling scepter base. I need to switch it to my shield, and then 35 movement speed boots, and then maybe jewels. So we're arriving end game build. Oh, you know what? I think I want to go get some water right now. I'm getting thirsty. Like this one right here. Monsters always inflict bleeding and poison. We're immune to both sources of damage, so it is optimal to choose those. Because it doesn't do anything to us. Walk the boss, press one button, press another button, press my buff button, and then we go ham on him. We just roll around in his face, and then he dies. We pick up our loot. He spawns a little death thingy, the other bird, and then he dies. Okay, and then we do grasping vines. Just the easiest one. Doesn't do anything. I should be teleporting more often. Just sometimes when you teleport in here, it bugs out after a while. I don't know why. I haven't been able to replicate the issue. Just every now and then, as you're teleporting, it doesn't allow you to teleport anymore, and then you die because you can't dodge roll into something. And you teleport it into a bunch of mobs. Man, the prices of scepters are really going up further and further. I don't like it. It's not good. Oops. I'm gonna move out of here. And kill more mobs. Do these mobs even give you experience? I don't even know if they do. Okay, 7. So we gotta leave at 5 in the morning. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. I gotta go to bed early. 9 today. Bam. Okay. I wish there was a way to speed these runs up, but there's not. Like, I can't make the monster spawn faster. It should be like Sectimus Trial, where if it spawns an elite and you kill the elite, you shave off time. So you're able to get through the encounter faster, assuming that you can handle the content. That would be a nice addition to that one. And on the trial where you just have to escort the payload, they need to make that one so that if there are no enemies within, 6 to 8 meters of your presence, then it travels, twice as fast. Because like right now there's no enemies. So I should be able to move faster, but that's not the case. Wait, what is this big blood thing on the ground? I'm confused. Here, I'll stand in front, I guess. Oh, it's actually better to stand behind it, so if this thing spawns, I can move forward, huh? Alright, I'll just do that. Oh! I'm trying to stay behind it so that I can move forward when that thing spawns like that. That seems to work quite well, actually. Yeah. But yeah, this thing just needs to move faster. It just seems as though I'm just staring at it. Just waiting, waiting, waiting. If it went faster, I would at least be a little cautious. I'm assuming I would be cautious. I actually don't know if I would be or not, but up we go. Don't do damage to me? Okay. I'm just assuming that it would disappear. I was hoping that it would. Gotta be blinking more often to shave time off the run. We have to do 3 per hour. They take somewhere between 20 and 25 minutes each. Tether's fine. This is the last one anyways. Ah, you stupid bird. Haha. Haha. This thing won't hit me, right? Yeah, what am I doing? Yeah, see, I can't blink anymore. It bugged out. Okay. Let's see, evasion. No. Oh, that's a high evasion, man. 933, but not enough res and no extra socket to get it even higher. Otherwise, this might have been like a 1300 one. Hold on, let me see. I'm pretty sure this evasion base is not high enough. Now that we have higher rolls, I'm pretty sure it needs to be higher than this. Yeah, I mean 5x. I can just take the 5x, I guess. +1 to proj. This isn't worth keeping. Okay. Did this run give me 4 soul cores instead of 3? I think it did. Interesting. I hate how I have to go back to my hideout to check everything. I guess I can just use scrolls every time. Yeah, maybe I just do that. +2 to melee, 25 strength on a... This might be worth something. Not much, but something. Yeah, I'll take the 10x. Sure, why not? Let's just dump everything in there. Worst case scenario is I get nothing and I don't really care. Okay, then we can dump all of this in there. Put this in the map tab. There we go. And go back over here. Let me go grab a drink, everybody. I'll be right back.
Unknown brain, Marvin Divine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times.
Alright. Alright, I'm back. Let's get back to it. Oh, you know what? I'm running out of keys. Uh-oh. That's not good. I'm going to have to go buy more. Or just go run maps and farm it. That's what I did the first time. Just grasping vines. I'm gonna have to farm a new belt now. Because having the 3 sockets on the belt means that I can avoid being ignited. I can avoid being ignited. I can avoid being slowed. And what else is a hindrance? I guess those are the two that I would want, ideally. Maybe even a rarity charm? I don't think Conk Ground would be good, seeing as we don't have any health. Yeah, just immune to ignites, immune to slows. That sucks. We have a pretty good belt, not here, but in our stash. It's got like 120 res on it with strength. It's disgusting. We got a really good corruption on it. But now that the charm slots are out there, I think it's going to be dead in the water. Because I anticipate that everyone's going to want to have max charm slots. Because for those that are not running CI, they might want to use a Chaos Charm, cannot be frozen, and then the cannot be stunned charm. Keep looking for scepters here until we can find something we're going to use. 49 spirit, 44 increased damage for 11 div. Yeah, we can't buy it still. A 13 div. The buy-in on these are just so high, man. Look at these right here. They're just so high, man. 14 div. This one right here is good. Spirit, damage, and then minions have extra life. But again, it's 14 div, man. It's pretty high. What's interesting is all of these scepters have been posted in the last few hours. So are they really flipping that fast? I wonder. Oh, I'm not paying attention. I'm getting hit by a big dude. I'm wondering if I want to get damaging jewels or not. I think I can get 1800 more damage or DPS by getting increased jewels. I don't know. Because the jewels that I have currently are all defensive, mainly, right? Faster energy recharge rate, max energy shield. This one can be upgraded. I only have 3 here. I'm not using the critical damage bonus at all. Yes, energy shield recharge rate. And then stun threshold. So I think those can be optimized for sure. Let me change something on my filter really quick. Can you be my superhero? What? We can go 30, I think. See what 30 does for me. 20x for it, not bad. Okay, so we can go higher. Let's say 35. Here we go. Here's one with minion attack speed, crit chance, faster shield, and interesting. Could be 30, I guess. 30 on each of these. Huh, there's not a lot of good options. I wonder if I should try these zealots out. These chaos zealots. The only bad thing about them is they cost so much spirit. At 60, it's a pretty costly. Hmm. Is there minions have increased regen, health regen per second? I know you can get it on your scepter if allies gain health regen, right? Let me actually look. Look at this amulet I got yesterday. Pretty good. We have a anoint to use on this. I don't even know where I want to go with the anoint. I was thinking about looking at a block node potentially once I switch, but block is also really close by. Maybe just Ancient Ages? Increases and reductions to armor also apply to energy shield. We don't need that. Increased defenses for equipped shield. No, it's just... Increased block chance would be nice, but I don't want to have reduced global defenses. That's not good. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. I gotta go reduce my prices on everything. I'm not getting any... Oh yeah, I'm on D&D, huh? That's why I'm not receiving any inquiries. Oh, this is the boss fight. So teleport, drop this, get my buff thing, and then run around in circles? Okay. And the bird is dead. How exciting content. Hey, what's up, Hubser? Well, I made a video of my terrible gameplay on a T15 boss. Let's check it out, man. Host it, we'll watch it. See what you got going on. Trust me, I've done worse. Whatever you did, I've done worse. That's what's fun about the game, you know, you have a concept, then you test it. Sometimes it ends up being terrible. Other times it ends up being amazing, you know, just gotta test. Because sometimes what sounds good on paper doesn't translate well into the game. Got all the monsters here, go back. Oh, that's not what I want to fight. Yeah, maybe I want to go ahead and make these optimizations today. Thinking what I'll do is I'll try to get all the footage for this weekend. And release a video for these skellies. So I can transition into the other build. I have to try to make a build guide every like 1.5 to 2 weeks. So like averaging 3 videos per month. It's a lot of currency to maintain 3 completely separate builds. It's a lot of currency you have to be making to keep up with that, but I think that should keep up with demand. You played out of Sigil? Yeah, I've done that before. It's in the build channel of Discord, and you get to see how choppy my gameplay is. Okay, let me check the Discord. Alright, let's stick our character in another Sigil down here, and then we'll switch to it real quick. I better not die. Look at all these purple balls flying at me. They do no damage. Alright, let's check it out. Hold on. Let me watch it on YouTube. Because I can make it go small. Whoops. Okay, hold on. Move it over, and then we'll go here. There, now you guys can see the video. And I can still do this. Wait. Just search for the molten vault. Is this not finished? Oh, it's not finished. Okay. Oh, you're not using astral projection. No, bro. You need to be using astral projection. Wait a minute. Yeah, it is kind of choppy, bro. It is choppy. You gotta be using astral projection, bud. That way you don't have to worry about having to get so close to some of the range mobs. Alright, where's the boss at? Hold on, let me see that rare kill. Killing rares is so easy on this build because of the explosion damage, the trample toes. Here, let me do this. Probably easier if I just make it big, huh? Oh, it's gonna be over here. Okay, here we go. Okay, Chimera boss. This is like the worst one you could have done because he always flies away. Oh, there you go. You are playing with astral projection now. Okay. You roll out of the poison. Yeah, you're doing damage. He juked all of your damage. he rolled out of everything. You're missing a lot too as you're jumping around. Hold on. The only thing that you can show consistent damage is the first initial bit. You drop sigil and then you immediately go. You ran into the attack. Okay, 700, 300. You did 300,000. You're doing 300,000 damage per second on that build, dude. You didn't frostwall it, did you? I didn't see you frostwall. No, you didn't frostwall. But you're doing 300,000 damage per second with it. That's pretty high. Mana seems to be an issue. You're gonna have to get either more mana regen, which I don't think is gonna be the play. So I think you should go blood magic, bro. Yeah, just go blood magic, and then you don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, blood magic is definitely the way to go. Go blood magic and get a. If you can figure out a way to get another 100 spirit, you can, or 90 spirit rather. Yeah, you can get 40 or 50 spirit on your chest, 40, 50 spirit on your amulet, and then you can run cast on crit, throw in comet, and that'll give you another 100,000 damage per comet on your crits. You might want to consider that. That'll give you more damage, and then scale, obviously more mana equals more damage. Yeah, that's not bad, dude, to be honest with you. You're at a decent spot already. Now it's just about scaling those values. I sustain it with the on-kill from my ring. Oh, okay. Well, during the boss fight, it got a little dicey there. How long have we been doing the stream for? An hour? Cool. We'll do 2 hours for today, and then we'll get back to strats. I guess, man, but if you watch your video back, there are times where you're not casting because you're out of mana. So you can't just like hold the button down and go bone cage, bone cage, bone cage, bone cage, bone cage, bone cage, you know, keep spamming. You were like bone cage, oh, out of mana, roll, 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 bone cage, oh wait, the boss is doing some animation, do no damage, bone cage, oh, I'm out of mana again. You know, roll around for a little bit. So it's like if you made it so that you can consistently spam, it'll increase your damage, right? Because every second you're not doing damage is a damage loss. Is an overall DPS loss. That's just what I saw from it. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm an idiot. That's completely could be possible, but that's just my recommendations. Is consider playing with the spell damage on the Ascendancy, or using that with Aziri's whatever, the gloves that give you instant life leech. What else could you do? You could play blood magic and then just not have to worry about any mana reservation. For increased damage, you can play cast on crit comet. That would give you a lot more damage there as well. So there's a lot of things you can do. You can obviously scale more damage or more mana. If you can get your mana up to like 2500 with more mana regen, that would solve the mana issue probably. You played with Aziri's gloves and blood magic? And it was terrible? Are you sure? It's instant life leech, man. Which means you can cast infinitely. And you'll never die from trickle damage. You have to get one shot. Damn, I don't like any of these. I guess we do this one. I don't know. I played it all last season for hours and hours, like 100 hours, and it was the best version of Blood Mage that I've played. Playing with mana was the worst for me. I hated playing with mana because I was always out of mana. Because I always try to min-max the amount of damage I can do, and you can't do a lot of damage when you're constricted by your mana, or you're constrained by mana. And so every time you cast a comet, it just drained your mana instantly. And that's not what you want. What the heck? Dude, I don't see that blue guy. There's supposed to be a blue specter chasing me, but I don't see him. Yeah, if you play any cast on crit, you can't do it without blood magic. You run out of mana too fast. And then I hated having to use flasks so often. And if you ever run into a map modifier that's... Oh shit, there he is. There's a ghost. If you ever run into the map modifier that has reduced... What is it called? Reduced player... Oh my god, this ghost is actually AIDS. What the... Player has reduced recovery rate. It's really bad. Like your charm recovery rate, or your... Dude, this is actually kind of hard. What the heck, dude? I gotta like run around, go on the bottom, and then go up, and then wait for him, and then go this way, and then go around him. Oh, he hit me, or he swung at me. Dude, it's right here. Just go. Oh my god. Please. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm like 30 points away from blood magic. You can always try the helmet, the Sanguimancy helmet. It gives you crit and gives you blood magic. That's always an option. And that way you don't have to path there. I guess just this one, because it's the last fight. Might as well just kill this guy real quick and then go next. Oh, these stack for the whole run. Oh, I didn't know that, dude. Maybe I wouldn't chosen it if I would have known that. I gotta be careful. Oh my god, this guy flew away. Oh, there he is. He'll be dead right now. Getting a phone call. 29 palms. Yeah, nice try. Let's see, what are these gloves here? Or the boots? Mana, that's pretty good res. Maybe we slam this with an exalt or two. The only problem is that if it doesn't hit movement speed, it's not usable. So maybe we just avoid doing it. Because the odds of us getting movement speed are like 1 in 5 bajillion. That's a real number, by the way. Don't look it up. They need to put a vendor over here, man. I hate having to go back to my hideout to vendor. Identify items. Okay, that's a no. That's a no. 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 Probably not. Lightning is not high enough. No. And no. Alright, we're getting close to be able to calculate how much money we've made from these runs. Varia. Let me see. I have to have more trial keys somewhere. I see 3 right there. Okay, here we go. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5. And do I have any anywhere else? I might not. That might be it. Yeah, those are all the ones that I have. Okay. Let's check back on the scepters. Have they gone down in price? No. And here's a good one. Increased damage, 4 Dominion, 35, mana regen. Doesn't have any... That one's pretty good though, for 10. I just don't have it. We only have 4. And plus what we've made, I'm guessing we've made like 2 div. You've got to work in some magic resist with the helms and the gloves, yeah. Yeah, there's always optimizations to be made whenever you're making a big swap like that. You also need to scale your health higher, man. I think the 2200 health you had was a little bit on the low side. I think you want to get above 3k, like 3.4. It's just all damage, man. You can't make double comets anymore. So you just go like for bossing, concentrated effect gives you more damage. Considered casting if you're not already using that. Oh, you're probably already using that for Bone Cage. You don't go cascade effect because you're for bossing. You could do it for mapping, I guess. Elemental something is another damage multiplier. So there's but you're already using conk effect on Bone Cage. Yeah, I don't know. There's only like 1 or 2 that really stand out. You were almost at 3k? Oh, really? Then I wonder if they reduce values on health. Strength scales your health as well, right? And then you can get percent to your health? Did they leave percent health increases on the Warrior Invictus armor? Maybe try that. I don't remember if they did or not. But if you played with the Warrior Invictus, you can... They removed it or they kept it? You could get percent health on it. You can get increased attributes and you can target strength. What else gives you life? I don't know. You have health and elemental resistance. Oh, okay, you have flat. You don't show your gear in the video, right? I'm watching your video right now. No, you just show the kill. I mean, to be honest, your damage isn't that bad right now, man. Yeah, when you crit, you hit for close to 300,000. And he flew away right away. Had it been on a boss that doesn't fly away, maybe you would have been able to sit there and spam a little bit longer. And it wouldn't have been fine. In the video, you're at 2,277 health. Yeah, I don't know if you have more right now, but in the video you showed, you only have 2,200 health. I don't know if higher values are possible in this patch. So I can't really help with that. Okay, these are getting really easy to do. You know, I did the trial of Sekimas, and that was really easy too. So if you're someone that enjoys farming these trials, this build is really good at it. Maps are fine too, but I find it's a little bit slower because you're minions. But if you're good at dodging, like, it's okay. Like, you can see right now I'm just kind of dodging minions, and they eventually teleport to you. I was thinking of weaving in lightning warp. That way, every now and then I can teleport to a minion and keep running. Actually, I'm going to try that if I get a gem right now. Because I don't care if the minion dies or not. I just want to teleport to a minion to move around, you know? Then I just need to get one more and get out of here. Oh, I think it's up here. Wait, where is it? Oh, on the left? Yep, there it is. One of the bad things about running Temple of Chaos is you don't get a whole lot of experience. So if your primary goal is to get experience, this is not the way to do it. I wonder what other passive skill I want to anoint. Don't really know. Teleport around, teleport around. We have to optimize for Sigil of Power and our conductivity for boss damage. We haven't done that yet. Yay, we didn't get him to freaking fly around, dude. Killed him instantly. Alright, let's see here. Early damage, volatile rares. I guess just reduce damage, or Reduced resistances. We're overcapped on resistances anyways. And we're overcapped on maximum resistances as well, so this doesn't seem like a bad option. We're at 66 instead of 65. Once I get the shield, we'll be 2 over max as well. Oh wait, I'm supposed to defeat all the monsters. I can't just run past them. What am I doing? Teleport. Yeah, lightning warp should be good, and I'm wondering if we keep blinking just for moving around the map faster, because I'm not gonna have any strength. I'm gonna remove all the strength. I was playing with the lead before. I didn't like it. I know it's good for repositioning. It just wasn't for me. I didn't like the fact that whenever you leap, because you don't have a lot of attack speed, it's a little bit slow. And it's not instant. There's a bit of an animation to it, so blink is just superior in that way. Obviously, you can't cast blink consecutively, but you also need to add 100 strength to it. And I don't even want to use 57 strength because it's wasted on this build. That's why I'm going to get rid of my mace. In this build, we would want to stack mana and int. Which is why scepter isn't the way to go. Damn, the scepter I want to buy is on the market right now. But it's 10 div, man. 10 div. Can't buy it. Yeah. See, what about jewels right now? Let's take a look at the jewels. 1 div jewels. Full damage. There we go. Those little lightning balls, man, they actually hurt like really bad if you run through them. I made that mistake a few times and got popped. Yeah. Yeah, jewels are too expensive right now. I can't afford buying a lot of them right now. Oops, teleport. There we go. On this run, for whatever reason, we haven't bugged out Blink, which is not normal. We normally bug out Blink in the very second level. We use Blink twice and it gets bugged. And then we can no longer use it. Should get 1 Blink on top of his head, and then we cast all of our stuff. And then we do that, and then we just roll around his head. And then he dies. We grab our stuff and we get out. I think it's pretty good damage. Nice and easy farm, you know? If you need money, this is definitely the way to go. Definitely the way to go. And there are so many modifiers that don't affect you. The projectile one doesn't affect you either. So there's like 5 modifiers that I can think of right now that don't do anything to you. Makes it really easy. There's a lot of enemies that throw out fire or poison. They do chaos damage. None of those matter. I don't think there's any enemies that bleed in here, but even if there was, it wouldn't do anything either. This build is getting to be pretty fine-tuned. There's just a few more optimizations to make. Mainly the rabbit's foot, but I don't want to put the rabbit's foot on just any old scepter. It needs to be on a scepter worth at least like 10, 15 div. Because the rabbit foot is like 2.5 div. This one is really boring. Just hop on the thing, everything dies instantly, and then you sit around and do nothing. If you had to make this more entertaining, this is really boring. Let's see. I don't think any of these are worth getting. The only one that I want to experiment with is with Chaos Zealot. And that's it. I wonder why this Chaos Zealot is worth less. Did you notice? This one has 50. Oh, because one's a Chaos Zealot, one's a Fire Zealot. Oh. Chaos Zealot is worth 50 as the other one, whereas the other one's worth 40, or no, 60. 10% reduced reservation, so it's 45. You can't have a lot of them, though. Oh, we're done with this one. I think I have a Petulant Stone Maul already. That was interesting as well. You know what they need to do? Is if you get monsters of the same type, you'd get an increase in damage. Like they synergize somehow. That'd be cool. Like if you got all the corrupted monsters together, for each corrupted monster you get like, you know, 7% more damage or something like that. That would incentivize you to use them even though they suck compared to other ones, you know? Maybe you can make it so that the difference in DPS was marginal. And then you'd be incentivized to use them. There's a lot of cool stuff they could do with minions, but I think they just rushed it to get it out there for the Spectres. I think there's a lot more they need to do with it.
Your ego swelling. An overwhelming assault.
Okay, teleport on top of its head. Drop our sigil. Drop this guy. Drop that guy. And then we just kind of dodge roll around his face. Oh, that one hit me quite hard. There we go. And then we're done. Yeah, easy farming, you know? Easy farming. Oh, I need to remove my skeletal dude here. This one. I don't want him following me around. Remove it. There. I don't mind these, like one of each following me around. Actually, I don't want any following me around, to be honest. I'm gonna remove them all. Just get rid of everything. Even this guy. I mean, the terracotta soldier doesn't matter that much. I'll get rid of all of them. Doesn't matter. We got 3 of the same soul core? I've never had that happen. That's crazy. That's interesting. Wait, are any of these even worth picking up? Not that one. And not that one. So the answer is no. And then we gotta ID these ones. No, 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 and no. Can we go hideout from here? Hideout. No, we can't. So you're going with Blood Magic Helmet and the Leech Gloves. I dropped like 275 life. Yeah, that's fine, dude. 275 life is nothing. For what you're gaining? Think about what you're gaining. You're getting infinite mana sustain. You're getting infinite life leech, so like little trickle damage you take from enemies gets immediately removed from your life. And the ability to continuously cast spells is a DPS increase, right? Every second you have to stop because you're out of mana means no damage. You tried the Leech Gloves without Blood Magic, and how was it? I don't know if there's anything different on this season. Last season you can do it without it, depending on what build you were going. With Cast on Crit Comet, you couldn't because you'd run out of mana way too fast. It just depends on what you're doing with it. Oh, that's when you found that it sucked when you didn't have the gloves with blood magic? Yeah. No, blood magic is where it's at, man. If you're gonna use those gloves, that with the blood magic is really good. Oops, I forgot to put all this stuff away. And grab myself another zealot, or another thing, gem. I think I was doing it on these ones. Just in case, and then we'll drop all this stuff away as well. Let's see, what time is it now? 1:50. Okay, this will be our last run. And then we'll calculate how much money we've made. And hopefully we made over 2 div. So we can be on target for our money. Okay, tethers is the way to go, I think. Yeah. Cold Mastery is more damage. LE Focus is a more damage multiplier. Cold Pen, yeah. Yeah, all those make sense. You can no longer do the casting twice thing on triggered spells, unfortunately. What the heck? Where's my dudes? What the dude? Hello? Oh my god. What the Oh my god, that's so frustrating, dude. That's the bug right now that I have to play with. All your skeletons go away, you have to have one out. That's so annoying, dude. What the Oh my god, dude, I almost died there. That bug is atrocious, dude. When you swap your spells, it removes all your stuff. Like my terracotta soldier's not out again. Oh my god, dude. They need to change that. Swapping spells F's up all of your bindings. I switch. I have one guy out now. There. Dude, I almost died because of that. That's stupid. Can I still blink or did it swap that? Yeah, I can bug that out too, man. So stupid. Okay. Okay. Convalescence is there. Only on one? Yeah, dude. Why can't I blink? Yeah, it's bugged again. I can't blink. Oh my god, dude. Well, at least we didn't die. When's the new build? So, the thing is, Stoy, is that I just switched to this build like 4 days ago. Because I wanted to try minions. And when you came on, I think it was yesterday, the day before, when I was doing the fire minion build, that's completely different gear set. And so before I switch to that build and start testing it, I need to finish this build. All that's left on this build is to get a scepter. I already bought the shield that's ready to go. The shield, the scepter, and then the rabbit's foot, and this build will be complete, and then I can make a build guide on this one. Once I'm done with this build, then I'm going to switch to the fire minion build that you saw. And I'm going to see if I can make that good. I know when I was testing it, when you were online, it already cleared T15 maps really fast. And I figured out how to make it so that the little dudes are always on fire. So I have some ideas with it. But I need to go into POB and run some numbers. Because if it's possible to run that build with enough crit and crit damage, it might be better to play it on a blood mage, not on a lich. And do what is it called? Self-cast Detonate Dead with cast on crit Detonate Dead. So there's a bunch of things we gotta do. What content did this build do? This build, okay, so I've done Sekimas already, easy. I've done all the trial bosses, no problem. I've done all the tier 1 stuff already. So I did tier 2 with this build. I did tier 2 Olroth. I did tier 1, whatever this boss is called. I forgot what this dude is called. King of the Mist. I haven't done the Breach boss yet, but I'm pretty sure I could do that. And I'm pretty sure I could do level 1 Simulacrum. Although I have to test it, of course. And I'm already doing +2 bosses, map bosses. So yeah, this build as well. What do you mean you have to change how you play using the blood magic? Wait, why would you need to change how you play? The only thing that changes is you're going to be using... Oh, wait a minute. If you use blood magic, you can no longer use Archmage. So that means you're going to be using... Oh, wait, can you? Because it removes your mana and it scales off of mana. No, I don't think you can. You have to use Cast on Crit Comment. Yeah. And that's basically it. I kill myself if I don't hit mobs. Well, yeah, dude. Of course. You gotta hit mob. That's how it works. Just hit mobs, forehead. That's true. I completely forgot about that on Bone Cage because there's like a little space in between where you can miss mobs. What if you get the radius of it smaller, man? Okay, did you post a video already so we can all watch it? No. Post a video, man. Everybody wants to see it. Gotta show it off, bro. Alright, well, let me know when you re-upload it so we can all watch it together. What's this guy? Wait, what is this guy? He's a Chaos Zealot? What's the big one, dude? Why are they different? Let me actually look. They're the same, dude, but one is 60 spirit and the other one's 50 spirit. Why? That's awkward. I think maybe one casts ice or Eye of Winter and one casts the spells on the ground. I don't know. Dude, what if we made a curse? Oh god, hold on. I forgot I'm carrying this thing. Dude, I'm gonna kill myself right now. No. What if we use ritual, man? You know that spell, the ritual spell? What if we did the ritual spell with a bunch of those minions? I wonder if that would be good. I gotta Ethereal craft it, man. Theory craft it. I think we might be able to do some kind of shenanigans where we're casting as well. And not just relying on the minions. Because you don't need to take a lot of minion nodes on the tree. You don't have to take any of the crit damage. All you need is resistances. Or I don't even think, yeah, resistances, chaos res, and life regen maybe, if there is any, and life. That's it. Which are only like 15, 20 points. So I think the rest of the points we can go crit damage, spell damage, and try to do damage with Detonate Dead. Yeah. Things to test out. Do this? What do you got? Let's watch it. Let's see what our boys got. You found a busted thing? Alright, let's check it out. Let's see what you got. Orba Storms with... Woo! That was some damage. Let's see that one more time. So that was a one hit 30 mil. That was one hit, 30 mil. Okay, so let's slow it down a little bit. Boss is enfeebled. He goes in, so he's using lightning damage. My guess is probably Archmage. He's got conductivity on the ground. Wait, that might have been... Is that cast on hit conductivity? Or did he cast it? Hold on. Oh no, he cast it. He cast orbs. Yeah, so there's the orb. There's conductivity. Oh, and enfeeble. Okay. So enfeeble, conductivity, orb of storms, shock. He ignited. Oh, this is that might be an ignite, not a bleed. No, bleed is. No, yeah, bleed is here. Yeah, it's a one hit. Ignite bleed. Yeah, he's bleeding and igniting for. That's a shit ton of damage, bro. That's nasty damage. Woo! And dead. Yeah, that's fantastic. It's Blood Mage? Yeah, but what can it do for AoE? So this is great for bossing. What is he doing on the way? Yeah, but what is he doing for spells? Okay. He's doing Rake build? Yeah, Rake with Spear Stab, Spear Throw. Oh, that's not... He's not using that. Consuming it. Enfeeble. I don't even know. I don't even think he needs to use Enfeeble, honestly. Just ditch this. I don't know why he used it. Drink the blood of your enemies to restore. You critically hit. I mean... Whatever. Infernal Cry. Yeah. Orb of Storms. Lightning Spear. Okay, so he's Lightning Spear. He's using Lightning Spear for clear, and then using this for single target damage. With Herald of Thunder for clear. Yeah. Okay, so he's just using bleed for his single target and using Lightning Spear for his clear, it looks like. Yeah, crit, magnitude. Heartstoppers over here. And then +2 to Rake. Yeah, so it's just a Rake build. That's good damage, man. That's actually impressive. Yeah, well, I mean, it's Lightning Spear, right? There's not much to say. It's Lightning Spear. GGG is like, we want to avoid making meta builds that clear the entire screen and are overpowered. And the first thing they do is they make the new class have a overpowered one button clear the entire screen build. 10 out of 10. You should be dead here. Yeah. Select my chaos and continue. That's a good find though, man. That's good. I'm glad people are doing different things. That looks good. Rake for single target damage. That did insane amounts of damage. That's like a really good find right there. There's the Cast on Comet Blood Mage map. Blood Magic map. What's a Blood Magic map? I don't know. I think Blood Mage has always been good. Just people are bad and they look at Singlemancy and they go, "No, nice try. I'm not playing that." What you can do with Blood Mage is so strong, man. The crit damage on it, the scale's so hard. The fact to be able to make infinite castings, have infinite resources to cast your spells is like really strong. It's the only thing they can still do cast on crit with comets, with high level comet. And then, I think it's the best thing to scale bleed damage right now, as you saw. So I think it's in a good spot. It's just people don't like to to lose health. You know, you got to play around it. You got to build your character to play around the fact that you'll be losing health. I did the boss and showed most of the gear. Okay. Is it? Did you link it? Okay, let's take a look right now. Let's take a look here. Let's see what we got. Oh, you missed, dude. The first guy you missed. Yeah, look at it. Your health goes right back up and you clear the entire screen. And you never have to worry about mana ever again. Press 1. You have to like hit these bone cages though, man. You're missing a ton of them. Ooh, that's sketchy, man. Yeah, you might want to reduce the radius. See if there's anything else that reduces the radius of bone cage. So it's basically point and click, you know? That's what I would do. I know conk effect is the most obvious one. But check to see if there's anything on the passive tree or on gear that reduces the radius of it. Okay, and then where's the boss damage on this? Okay, here we go. Okay, there you go. You got Sigil of Power. Boom, 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 boom. Cast on Kraken. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Now you're understanding. See? That's what it is. And you still have to 6-link it, bro? See what I'm talking about? Hey, did I lead you astray? I'm not that crazy, bro. There's a method to my madness, haps there. You see? Tell me that damage wasn't way better than before without it. Let's go. Well, yeah, it feels weird. You're not used to it, right? You just started. You'll have to get used to like targeting things and paying attention to how long it takes the bone cage to come up out of the ground. Remember, when you cast bone cage, it comes out of the ground. It'll stay there. So if anything runs into it, you'll still do damage. You'll get your health back. You don't have to like hit as it's coming up. Things can run into it. So if you increase your duration, how long the skill stays up on the ground, things that run into it will hit it and will get you HP. Just keep that in mind. So you don't have to actually always hit the target the second you hit the bone cage. So I'm sure that's going to make you revisit the tree and your gems and your skills and optimize around some duration. Also, I'm pretty sure you haven't optimized for gear sets, right? So on your tree, you're going to do weapon set 1, like your normal stuff, your damage, and you're going to want to set weapon set 2 and pick up as much duration and skill effect duration, curse magnitude. All right, so with enough curse magnitude and with enough area of effect and skill effect duration, you're going to be able to use your what is it? What's the one vulnerability? If you don't have cut to the bone, you can use vulnerability and remove all of the armor from the enemy. Or if you want to increase combat damage, you can use what is the cold one? The cold, what, I don't even remember what it's called. Whatever the curse is. You can do that. And of course, getting more area of effect and more duration will make it so that your Sigil of Power will be like really big. That way you can move around and not have to stay in a small confined space. Because you want to avoid getting hit by boss mechanics, right? So that's like the next step as well. Okay, you have the crits ignore. Okay. Yeah, they made some optimizations to the Blood Mage. I gotta revisit. Okay, yeah, there's no need to use for a curse then if you're ignoring armor. Unless you want to do lightning. So you're not using Archmage anymore. Maybe you want to do curse for cold then. to make it so your comet does more damage. Because you can get above 30%, like 35%, and you can still find a way to apply cold exposure as well. So you can get your comet doing 50% more damage easy by using cold exposure and by doing the, not conductivity, but whatever the frozen, the cold one is. So that's something else to think about. A lot of optimizations to make now. Little tweaks. But the boss damage was way better, man. It was good. I don't like any of these things. I might as well just get this one though. Oh my god. This thing is still bugged. I can't. Oh, he's gonna fly away, dude. No, no. No, dude. My minions are all gonna die right now. Alright, where's the stupid bird at? There he is. Oh. Oh, don't tag me. Don't tag me. Don't tag me. Man, sometimes this boss like just stays in the air for 4 years and you miss everything. Yo, ND, thanks for the sub, brother. I appreciate it. ND. Ding ding. Let's see. Corrupted blood. Energy shield. I think just the hearts, man. The hearts don't do anything. Yep, you can get a better second ring. There you go, man. I think on that build, you want to prioritize cast speed on your rings. I don't know if you're already doing that. I would try to aim for getting like 25 cast speed on each ring. And because cast speed is another way that you can multiply your damage, right? The more bone cages you're casting, the more damage you do. So I think you're going to want to get a minimum. Well, I don't know about minimum, but like, yeah, I guess minimum 20% cast speed plus all your resistances in life, obviously. So yeah, you should do that. And then make sure that you use the catalysts for cast speed. And try to get them to like over 25% each. That's 50% cast speed on 2 rings, which is massive. And then I don't know if you can include ingenuity, but getting another 30% on top of that, making the rings give you like 30% cast speed each would be huge. Then you'd really be just blasting out bone cages, you know? Yeah, you can just do cast speed and res, right? Make sure that the ring has an implicit cast speed. You can't fit the res on it or what? Well, I mean, I don't know what your values are. Because if you're using helmet, okay, so you're using helmet and using glove slots, those are gone. You have no res on your wand, obviously. You can get res on your amulet. You can get res on both your rings. You can get res on your chest piece. And res on your boots. So it just depends on what the values are. You might be able to make it happen. Wait, no boots either. Why? What are you using? Bushwhack boots for the pin or what? I don't think that's worth it. They all die in one hit. What are you using on boots? Oh, trample toes. Yeah, for clear. Yeah, for clear for sure. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I forgot about the old trample toes. No, how good is the amulet? You got like a GG amulet or what? You got +3 to spells, 20 to 30 to cast speed, 35 to crit, 60 to spirit, and 15 spirit implicit. God tier, GG, holy crap, it's worth 900 mirrors or what? +3 with 35 crit hit damage. Yeah, it's like a starter, right? What else has got on it? I'm not that rich, he says. He says, whoa, slow it down there. Oh, so it has attributes on there? Yeah. Sometimes it's like that, man. It has some things you gotta work around.
Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now. I made mistakes, but now I don't ever want to be alone. I don't really
Oh wait, you show your gear in the build. I don't even know why I didn't take a look at that.
about to blow back up. I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop up
Using chaos res.
easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand.
Let's take a look at your gear real quick. Aziris, rarity, Ellie res, chaos res, life, cold, lightning. I mean, you're missing a lot of res on your belt. Yeah, and ring slot, I think you're missing. Let's see. The heck? Let's see. Amulet, 30 crit damage bonus, intel. Yeah, okay, you're capped on there. Actually, yeah, you can get more res on your amulet. I mean, on your ring, rather. You've got 50, 60. You only have 60. Getting like an 80 to 90 res ring shouldn't be that difficult. Which is 30 more res. You can get easy 30 more res on your belt. So we're at 60, and then what's your other one? Other one has only one slot. Yeah, you can get it to 30. You're missing like 120 res on your belt and your two rings. Now, I'm saying take this with a grain of salt, right? Because it's gonna cost a lot of money. Yeah. Yeah. But what I'm saying is like you still have room to optimize the build, right? You're not capped out. So throwing more currency in this will give you more flexibility in what you can do, basically. This bird is so easy, dude. I love this bird. Every time I see I'm fighting the bird, I get excited. It's just pop, 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 he's dead. Yeah, I know, man. I know changes are annoying to do. But imagine if you had nothing to do. That'd be even more boring. Would you rather have more things to do or less things to do? Alright, so let's go count up our money. Alright. Let's see how much money we made this session. Let me remove D&D now. Yeah, I know. I kind of was low-key trolling a little bit, but all right, let's see. Let's make some sales right now and see how much money we've made. Oh, what the heck? Sell. Lightning, crit damage bonus, attack speed. I don't know, maybe something here. Probably not. Chaber. Wait, what does it say? Increases and reductions to minion damage also affect you? That's interesting. I mean, probably not, right? But it's funny. Alright, let's see how much money we made from these runs. Not including all the chaos orbs and exalts and stuff that we found. Let's just sell everything we got in this right here, and then we'll see how much we come up today. Okay, so we're gonna be wanting exalts. And let's trade all of these first. So we're gonna go 3 here. Can we get 13? No. Okay. Okay, next 7 of these guys. The heck? That's pretty close. Can I get one more? Can I get a 9? Nah. I don't want to take a long time. Let's go here. Okay, we've got this one. We only got one of these. Okay. Then we got one of these guys. Okay, one of these guys. 450. It's whatever. I really don't care. I'm losing a little bit on that one. It's okay. 1 for 4. Kaba. It's 1 for 82. You love to see it. What does this do? The critical damage bonus? Yeah, that's really good. Okay. Kabi. How many of these do we have? 2? Okay. Can we do 25? Yes, we can. Let's do that. And then Topo, whatever this is. How many do these we have? 5? Okay. At 420. Okay. And then we need to sell some of these fates as well. Here, and we go currency exchange. Let's get the fates going. Okay, 11 victorious fates. For the 3. The heck? Oh. There we go. And then next one, Deadly Fate. 1. It's 1 to 12. What the heck? There we go. Wait, how many Deadly Fates do I have? I have 5. So why is there only 1 here? There we go. I don't think I farmed that many. I'm going to put it at 1 because I think I already had some Deadly Fates and it's going to skew my numbers. Let's just do 1. Oh, I have no order slots. Hold on. Okay, and then we did the other Fate. I won't do Deadly again. I'll do Cowardly. I want to see it's like at least 3. Yeah. Okay, the last thing we're waiting on is this, which is 7 for 2. Okay, let's just sell these 2 like right now. I want to get like accurate numbers on how much we made. There. Okay. So this is how much we made in 2 hours of grinding. So you guys know like what is possible. Not including the other currency we picked up or any other items, just raw currency drops. So we made 100, 200, 252. 252. So we're making 125 exalt per hour. Right now, divs are how much? 93. So it's like a div, 1.2 divs per hour. Yeah, it's well, we're still making the same amount of money. Okay, so let's get. I want 2 divs. Oh, not 21, dude. Come on, I hate how the system is sometimes. Okay. 2 div for 184. There we go. Okay, so we made 2 div and some extra currency here. Yeah, this is a good run, I think. How much currency do we have left? Do I have enough for another div? Oh, I'm just shy. Let's actually turn our chaos orbs into it, and let's just do that one as well. Chaos orb. I want exalts. We're doing 3 to 1. I like that. Let's do like 10 of them, just so I have enough to do another divine right now. There we go. That's another divine. So we go currency exchange. I've got exalts, and then we're going divine here. I just want 1 divine. There we go. 92, that's fine. 93 is fine. There, we made our 3 divine today. Okay. That was pretty good, right, guys? 2.2 divine, so a 1.2 divine per hour. Not included the other stuff, so it's probably like closer to 2.5 divine per hour. I think that's pretty good. Three dragons for 3 regals. That's funny. The heck, this guy is clearly right in front of me. Why can't I trade him? Come on, guy. It's 5 exalts, bro. Why are you thinking about it so hard? This guy had like a seizure mid-trade or something. Where's the 3 dragons? There it is. How much is this thing worth? I don't really care. I just want to get rid of it. There we go. Okay. I think that was a good little play session, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? How much are you making per hour right now? Is 1.2 divs per hour good? It's pretty free, I think. And it's like AFK farm. We're so close to being able to buy our scepter, man. We're so close. Another like 2-3 hours of farming and we get our scepter. That's pretty much it. You're probably around that, yeah. I think that was a good little play session there. I think we're gonna end it off there. Gotta go take care of some RL stuff, but yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hope you had fun, and we'll do some more experimentation with the other builds next time. Hopefully, I get a guide out or 2 in the next week, and we'll keep building. If you guys got any more interesting builds that you find out about, like that Blood Mage build you sent me, that was really interesting. Yeah, keep sending me the build so we can come up with some new ideas, you know? Because right now I've got 3 or 4 in the queue. There's lightning minions, and we got the fire minions. Then we got Eye of Winter, Frostbolt, and possibly revisiting Comet. So those are a bunch of different archetypes there, but I haven't even thought about playing around with Bleed. So that's interesting. Because I wanted to play Lich and the new one, Huntress and... Lich, Huntress, and what's the new one? Ritualist. I just wanted to play the new stuff this season. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, thank you, everybody. Can't use it when you're not bossing? Yeah, only use Comet when you're bossing, dude. 100%. Only use it when you're bossing. Because the Comet will still spawn even after the minions die. And so your health just depletes. It's just something you use for bosses for more damage. So you got that extra spirit to do something else with it, you know? I probably should have told you that before. Yeah, it keeps... Yeah, exactly. I should have told you that before. Sorry, man. I forgot. It's been a while since we played Blood Mage. I think it's been like a month or something like that. We've been on this trip the whole time. But yeah, I'm going to be out, guys. Thank you so much